Hey, what's up everybody? This is Flashback Toys and Collectibles, and today I'll be opening up a Batman action figure from 1990 made by the Kenner Toy Company. And this is from the Dark Knight collection based on the 1989 Batman movie. Here is a closer look at the packaging. The Dark Knight collection, Crime Attack Batman, uses his Batarang and Claw to stop dangerous criminals. And here's a look at the Batman figure with a couple of accessories. Now let's take a look at the back of the packaging. Crime Attack Batman instructions. Snap the attack weapon onto either of the figure's arms. Insert either the Batarang or the Claw into the weapon barrel. To fire, press down on the black button on the back of the weapon. And here's a look at a couple more Batman figures from the Dark Knight collection. We got Tech Shield Batman, Wall Scaler Batman, and Sky Escape Joker. And as shown here, this was manufactured in 1990 by the Kenner Toy Company, which I believe now is owned by Hasbro. Now let's go ahead and get this opened up. So before I open this up, I want to show the price tag. So it looks like this was purchased at Toys R Us back in 1990 for $5.69. So that's pretty cool that the price tag is still on there. So to open this up, I'll go ahead and use an X-Acto knife and cut the bubble off. Now the bubble can be removed. And I don't want to keep the bubble, but I'm going to try to keep the price tag. So I'll probably cut the price tag off this bubble and then tape that to the card back and save that. So I'll go ahead and pull Batman out of here. And what was nice about the action figures in the 80s and the early 90s is they didn't have any tie downs, so you could take the figures right out of here without having to get any scissors or untie any special straps and start playing with them immediately. So here's a look at everything that comes inside the packaging. We got the Batman figure, a weapon launcher, a Batarang, and a claw. Here is a closer look at the Batman figure. So he's got some pretty good detail on the face there, with some decent likeness to the Michael Keaton version of Batman. And he also has a nice looking Batman logo on his chest that's gold and black, but I believe in the movie it would have been yellow and black. There'd have been no gold. There's a look at the belt, which is also gold, and he's got some really nice detail here on the boots. Let's take a look at the back. So the muscles in the armor suit here look pretty good. We got some good detail on the gloves right here. The cape is made of a fabric that's pretty soft and pliable, and it's pretty easy to remove. It just snaps on and off the neck. Now let's take a look at the articulation. So the head can move back and forth. The arms can move up and down. And the legs can move up and down. And it looks like that's it for the articulation. Now let's take a look at his weapons. So we have a weapon launcher that can mount on either of his wrists. So here's the claw weapon. Now we can snap this onto his wrist. And it's ready to fire. 3, 2, 1, fire. Whoa, that had some serious power. Now let's try out the Batarang. So let's load that into the front. 3, 2, 1, fire. Geez, same thing. Pretty good power with both of those weapons. Let's see what happens when we shoot this weapon at the Joker. And unfortunately, it doesn't stay on his wrist very well there. Okay. 3, 2, 1, fire. Well, it seems to be pretty effective against the Joker. But the weapon fell off his arm once again. Wonder if it stays on the other arm any better, so it keeps falling off that one pretty easy. Nah, it looks like it fits on both of the arms kind of loose, so. Now let's check out the height of this guy. So it looks like he stands right about at 4 5/8 of an inch tall. Now let's compare this Batman figure with a couple of other Batman figures. Here's one made by the Toy Biz Company back in 1989. And here's another Kenner's Batman figure that was made in 1984, and this was from the Superpowers toy line. So as you can see here, there's a noticeable size difference with the Toy Biz version of Batman. And you can see here that he has a little bit different of a head sculpt that doesn't quite have as much likeness to the Michael Keaton version of Batman. But one cool feature with this Batman is that he has a bat rope right here at his waist. So if you pull on his belt right here, he has a wind-up bat rope that allows him to scale to higher spots. Also, this guy has just a little bit more articulation because his knees can also bend, instead of having just fixed legs like on this figure. Now let's compare him with the 1984 Superpowers Batman figure. So as you can see at first glance, they have a very similar body type, but this guy does have an action feature. If you press his legs together, that makes his arms move up and down. Where with this guy, there is no feature like that. And this guy also has just a little bit more articulation because the knees can bend on this figure as well. So I'm not sure why they decided not to have the knees bend on this newer figure, but it was probably to save on production costs. And it's kind of hard to tell here, but if you look closely, you can see some of the differences in the outfit. If you look around the neck right here, you can see that it's triangular shaped, and on the neck here, it's shaped quite a bit different. Also, the Batman logo is gold and black on this guy, and yellow and black on this guy, which is actually more true to the 1989 Batman movie. But as far as the muscles go, they look very similar. And if we go down to the boots, you can see there's a lot of detail in these boots versus these boots, which are just smooth. But as far as the gloves go, they look pretty much the same. And if we compare the two heads, you can see that these look quite a bit different from each other. This guy's got longer ears, different eyes, and different face. So one issue I have with this guy is to get this guy to stand up properly, he's kind of in a weird posture. So let me show you here. So if you look at him from the side here, you kind of have to push his waist out in the center to make him stand upright and not fall over, which kind of gives him a weird posture. And this is not an issue with the older version of Batman from the Superpowers collection because he has more articulation in the legs. And here's my final thoughts with this Batman figure. I think they did a really good job as far as the looks go with this figure, and the likeness with Michael Keaton is pretty good. Really, my only issue with this figure is I wish it had a little bit more articulation in the legs and arms. Other than that though, I think it's a pretty solid figure. Okay, it's now time for me to go. If you like this video, if you could hit that like button and please subscribe. And have yourself a great day, and I'll see you next time.